Okay.
Hey guys, and welcome to Tnashi's Movie Corner. And for today's movie review, I thought I'd review Dances with Wolves, which was directed and stars Kevin Costner and Mary McDonnell. And this film, which had its 20th anniversary not too long ago, and was the winner of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, in 1990. I went ahead and bought this Blu-ray because I vaguely recall seeing it on VHS. Long time ago, obviously. And I do remember liking it for what I saw. But I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy this. Apparently this contained an extended edition of the film. So I thought, this movie gets referenced on again and off again quite often. And especially in association with Avatar. And I thought I do recall liking it, so I'm going to go ahead and see what this is all about, especially since there's an extended cut, which comes in at 234 minutes. This is a long movie. Just going to say that up front. Now, I own the Lord of the Rings extended editions, right? They are obviously really long too. This movie felt long, so that's not really a good thing. Just jumping right into it, it's not really good. It did feel like it was too long. It is based off of a novel by Michael Blake, who actually I think wrote the script for this. So that on its own is interesting. And it tells the story of Lieutenant Dunbar, which is Costner, who is a Civil War hero who befriends a tribe of Indians while stationed at a desolate outpost on the American frontier. So the movie starts off really slow. You have Costner who does this kind of moment of glory thing because he thinks he's gonna die anyway. There's something, his leg is messed up or anything. So he rides a horse out and over to the enemy lines and kind of rides in front of them while they're shooting at him and missing. And he does this at one point where he's throwing his arms out, letting the wind catch him, waiting to get hit by the bullet. But it turns out his comrades get inspiration from that and decide that they're gonna kind of rise up and come help him fight off the enemy. So that was a really cool scene. I really enjoyed that scene. But that's about the only thing that was really interesting. It got really slow. He had to go to a fort that was run down and abandoned. Didn't even look like much of a fort. He slowly befriends a wolf over the course of the movie, and then he encounters the Indians and everything, and gets to know them and learns some of their customs, some of the ways to talk. It's a very slow-paced movie, and again, you can have a slow-paced movie, but it needs to be interesting. And I wasn't fully invested the entire time that I was watching. I think this movie definitely would have done better had it been cut down, which is hilarious for me to say that because I bought the extended cut thinking it was better, having only seen the movie on VHS a long time ago. So yeah, I kind of regret that decision in a way because it's just not, it didn't work out. It was overly long and it felt like it was. Mary McDonnell in the movie, she is stands with a fist is her Indian name, and she, as a little girl, her family was killed and she was taken in by the Indians and raised to be one of them, even though she's a white lady. Um, and she kind of grows her relationship uh, with Costner's character. But I bought their relationship and everything. I bought the chemistry between them and kind of the slower build to it. It's not like it just happened instantly. So I appreciate that. But as far as her being in the movie, it felt like it took away a little bit. I actually prefer kind of the Avatar route. Uh, I would have preferred her being an actual Indian and having kind of the relationship take place between the two there. I think there would have been a little more significance between it that way. And that's just my own personal feeling. But I do think that would have worked out a little better. There's some action scenes in this. There's not a lot, but there are some. And the ones that are there, they work out alright. This feels ultimately like almost like a documentary type thing because of the slow pace that occurs, because of them getting to know one another, the tribe, and then him getting to know one another, and because of the change within him. Visually it looks fine. Like, I have no problems with it visually. Some of the audio was really low key. I use a sound bar and it was hard to hear some of it. Where to the point where I almost had to use subtitles, and they already give you subtitles for the Indians talking. So, it was definitely interesting in that point. But the characters were some that I could really follow along with. I really liked the characters. I liked their growth throughout. There wasn't too much, again, action going on. So I would like if there was a little bit more to it. I would have liked if McDonald's character was actual Indian. I would have thought that would have worked a little better. There's some stuff that you could definitely cut out to lower this movie down. But I do think it's a good film. It's just not a film that I would watch that often, or even as often as the movie that it gets compared to, which is Avatar, which is interesting to me because a lot of people say that this is the better film of the two, and they kind of diss Avatar for taking elements of this and some others. But in a way, I think Avatar kind of did it a little better. So that's a little controversial, I'm sure. But as far as giving this movie a rating 1 through 10, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5.8 out of 10. Again, it's an enjoyable movie, and I will watch it. But because of the length and everything, and because of the kind of lack of action, because of a character that I don't quite agree with being in there, and because of the more or less documentary type style that it seems to showcase more of than just a movie narrative, which takes me out because it is a movie, and it kind of conflicts with itself on that. Because of those things, I can't say that I'll be watching it often. But that being said, like I said, I do enjoy it. So what do you guys think? Have you seen it? Have you seen the original, or have you seen the extended? What do you think about it? Or if you haven't, is this a movie that you intend to watch at some point? Very curious on your thoughts. So let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed this vid. Click that like button, share, and subscribe to my channel. Watch my other vids. I really appreciate it. And until next time, peace.